Cool.
Well, James, morning. Let's
Morning.
get the team news out of the way then. First of all, how are you looking? Any knocks or any COVID cases or anything like that?
No, touch wood, no COVID cases. A few bumps and bruises. We'll see how we get through today, but I'm hoping for a clean bill of health. But we'll have to wait and see after training today.
And after back-to-back defeats, albeit against two very, very good sides, what type of reaction are you hoping to see from your team tomorrow?
I think the most important thing for me for tomorrow is to get, as cliche as it sounds, to get our processes right, to get our performance right. Because I think if we can do that, then we're pretty confident in what we do and how we do things. But I'm quite clear that I just want a positive performance tomorrow, and to make our fans really proud and pleased with what we tried to do.
Because before these two games arrived, you were on a really good run, and I suppose it would be quite easy for what's happened to sort of deflate you a little.
No, not for us. I think this is all part of the experience of football. Is that I remember at Cardiff when we got promoted under Neil Warnock, we had lost 4 games on the spin over a Christmas period. Still got promoted automatic, and that's part and parcel of football and the journey, and it's how you come back from these bits of adversity.
And you're coming now into a period where you're going to have 5 successive home games. How pivotal could that be to sort of shaping the rest of your season?
I'd be lying if I didn't say it doesn't, because it obviously does. Because there's no other team, like Wayne said to me on Wednesday, is that there'll be no other team in the world in professional football have 5 whole games on the spin. If I'm wrong on that, then I'll be gobsmacked. So, but blame Wayne. But on that, I think that I'll be gobsmacked. So we've got to try and take advantage of it. But I just got to keep going, and we just got to keep going game to game on what we're doing as a football club.
And in this run as well, you're playing after tomorrow. I know you won't look past tomorrow, but in this run, you are playing teams in and around you. You know, after this run, you'll know exactly whether it's going to be probably top 3 you go for.
Sorry, mate, you have to repeat that because it just had a bit of stutter on my Wi-Fi.
Oh, sorry. Also in this run, you're playing, apart from tomorrow, you're playing teams around you, aren't you? So after this run, you'll have a better idea whether top 3 is attainable, whether it's going to be playoffs. You can't play down it, can you? Because of who you're playing.
I think Mickey said after the game on Tuesday that you can't look at the league table sometimes, because Oldham's going to be just as a tough challenge as what Mansfield, Tranmere, Bristol Rovers, Forest Green is going to be, because of they're fighting for their lives, and this football club has been in that situation when the Great Escape happened. So we have got to focus game to game. We have got to focus on the opposition to a degree, but predominantly we'll look at ourselves and what we need to do to try and be successful.
You mentioned that run at Cardiff under Neil Warnock, a man who's won more promotions than anyone. What do you take from what you learned from him that season that you can implement this year?
I think the big thing was always the next game mentality. You don't dwell on things that happen, good or bad, and it's just confidence breeds confidence. So I think that we were disappointed Tuesday. I was really proud of the lads in the change room after the game with the way that someone spoke, and we talked about things what we need to do to become better. That really pleased me and shown how far the group has come. And I think that's what I learned off Neil was sometimes the players always, a lot of the time, give a strong opinion, an honest opinion, and how we can do things. And one thing that I learned off Neil was that you move on to the next thing and you move on quickly.
And in that season, did his belief ever waver that you guys would go on and get promoted?
No, I just think Cardiff City at that time was challenging for promotion. It probably shouldn't have been, with what the job that he did, and the staff did, and the players, most importantly, was a remarkable achievement. And sometimes it'd be very similar to here, in that sense. So we've just got to, like we did at Cardiff, focus on the next game.
As far as the next game then is concerned, Oldham have won their last 2 under a familiar face around these parts, John Sheridan. How difficult is that going to be? Because from the outside looking in, there could be a bit of a revival on the cards there.
Yeah, they got 7 points from 9. in the 3 games that he had. He's played 3 different systems to a degree in those games. We're going to back 3, 3-5-2, 4-4-2, and 4-2-3-1. So we can't. We'll pay them the respect they deserve because they've had that kind of revival, if you like. So we can't look at league position. We look on form. They've done really, really well. So we'll just have to be ready for that tomorrow and focus on ourselves to try and get a positive performance.
Do you think they're going to be tricky customers in that they'll try and frustrate you, try and keep Dom Telford quiet, for example, try and stop you doing the things that you can be so good at?
Maybe we have to be prepared for every eventuality, which we will be, and we'll prepare that since Wednesday on the training pitch and in the meeting that we had after the game, and we'll do that again today. We'll prepare for every situation that we feel might come up.
And in these 5 home games, what factor can the crowd play in? Because it's a key part of your season, and we know the Newport fans can be very vociferous.
Yeah, because I'm one of them. So it's they are our 12th man, and we need them behind us. So, and it's going to be a bumpy road at times, and sometimes we're not going to get the results that we all want and the performances that we all want. But no matter what, we need them behind us. We need them cheering us. We need them supporting us, and that's vital to us. They're just as important as everyone else with regards to the push that we want to get to for the last 16 games. So through the good, the bad, and the ugly, we're going to need them behind us.
And it is a cliche, the 12th man, but would you urge them to be patient? Because you know what it's like in football. You lose a game and it's the end of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it enough in my 8 years at Cardiff, and what it was like. But yeah, we have to be patient as players and staff, and we have to be patient as supporters, and I know they will be, because they know what we're trying to do. They're pretty clear on that.
Best of luck tomorrow, James.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Morning, James.
Oh, Chris, you okay?
Yeah, all good, all good. Mickey said afterwards, he said, it's not panic stations. That's very much it. It's not, it's 2 losses to 2 good sides. Very good sides.
I said to you after the game, I said it was you can spin it in different ways. You can go 2 wins 2 losses out of 2, or you can go 4 wins out of 6. And if you look at it, 17 games I've been here, there's been 9 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. We've averaged 1.76 points a game, which if you have that at the start of the season, you get in the top 3. So 1.76 points per game from now at the end of the season won't be enough to get automatic. You need more than that with where we're at. But we have to focus on the next game. And Mickey's right. You can't. It's not a panic station situation, because we've done really well of late, in my opinion. And the players' opinion. We just need to keep building on doing things that we believe we can keep doing better.
Do you go all Carol Vorderman at any stage, and do you work out what you think you need or anything like that? Or?
I might do, but I won't tell you what it is.
You mentioned Oldham changing their system. Does that in some ways make your life easier, in that it is about, you can't dwell too much on what they do. It's about getting what you do.
Well, first thing, we always pay respect to the opposition. We work quite detailed around that as a staff, first and foremost, so we know what's going on, and then we'll drip feed the relevant information to the players in the meetings prior to the games, and our game plan will work around that to what they do and what we feel as though we can do to nullify it or exploit it. So, but always, and my focus has always been, we focus about us and what we do, which is really important.
I think it's not since Rochdale, I think, that you've played 3 at the back, but is that something that you always consider every game, that the system comes first?
It kind of depends on who we play and what we need for that game, and we have to be mindful of that. Sometimes we flitted between a back 4 and a back 3. We've changed that at times to suit what we might need for that game.
And has anything changed with Oldham? I know you said system, but is there anything noticeably different under Sheridan?
It looks like a greater belief. I think John's instilled that there, and you wouldn't expect anything less from him, being the player he was, and then also the manager that he's been. And he's been at this football club before. They'll be massively charged for it tomorrow, so we need to be ready for that. And and we're going to need everybody behind us and urge us on from the first minute to last.
Obviously, Chris Misselou coming back, it was a move that suited both parties very much, wasn't it? But I'm sure he'll be fired up.
Yeah, of course, and I'm sure they all will be. And Chris was a great lad when he was here. It just things didn't work out for different reasons, but I can't fault him as a human being. He's a great lad. So we obviously wish him all the best, and it'd be nice to see him tomorrow.
Final for me that matthew.owen's been put up. Is that him pushing hard for the recall, or is it just you flinging the captain up?
No, I think he hasn't spoke for a while. I think it's important for the captain to speak sometimes. So captain will be on today. But
nonetheless, he is giving you food for thought in your.
Everybody is in every game, and I think that's the thing that we got here. We got a really strong, competitive squad. We've added additions to it to make us stronger. So everybody's always up for debate every game.
Cheers. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, mate. See you tomorrow.
Morning, James.
Morning, Luke.
Chris touched on Chris Misselou there, but I haven't worked with him for a few months. Do you think, Chris, do you know where his strengths and weaknesses are? And do you think you can exploit them, and that'll be the key for victory tomorrow?
I think with all of the teams that we pay respect to the opposition and try to find areas where we can go to exploit, and we can always find areas that we need to nullify. So it won't just be one player; it would be a collective that we try to do. But ultimately, we focus on us.
Ryan Hillier, who's obviously on loan at Cardiff Met on Sunday, was involved in the Welsh League Cup final and Nathaniel MG Cup. How important is that for his development, being involved in a cup final?
Yeah, it's really important. Ryan trained with us then on Wednesday. You can see the benefits of having senior football and being involved in it on a regular basis on match day is key to anybody's development, and it's really important for Ryan. Okay,
thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
So thank you, everybody.
Cheers, James.
Thanks, James.
Bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.